Hey everyone, I want to do a bit of a comparison of J. Warner Wallace's Cold Case Christianity. As you know, he just released, I can't believe it's been 10 years already. He's released an updated and expanded version from his original one that came out 10 years ago. So this one came out this past September of 2023. So this is now an updated and expanded version, but I want to see if it was really worth getting an updated and expanded version to begin with. As you know, I don't really care for updated and expanded versions. I don't think they make any sense. I just think if you wrote this one, it should just be good to go and you don't need to add anything more. That's just how I feel. But who knows, maybe this actually could be worth it. Maybe there's a ton of extra stuff. So let's just quickly take a look at the backs of both of them here. I think where they really are trying to show why this expanded version is worth it is they have 300 new illustrations and graphic elements. So that actually is pretty impressive if there's 300 new illustrations. So that does sound pretty impressive. An updated introduction, including the author's testimony. Sure. A lot of the back is the same. The front is actually pretty cool. They really improved the front cover of this. This is pretty cool. I really kind of like this design on the front here. Not a fan of this banner as featured in God's Not Dead 2. I don't think that was necessary, but they put it in there, and this one just looks really nice and clean. I really love this gold tinge to it. Well, let's actually open both up here and just see. As you would expect, they're both pretty much the same, identical. The endorsements are a little bit different here. You have Rice Brooks, Elisa Childers, you have Frank Turek, but on this one you have Dr. Rick Warren, Josh McDowell, Gregory Kokel, Mark Mittelberg. So the endorsements are different. It looks identical, but it's not. You have Sean McDowell, the same ones here. Either the endorsements were swapped or added. Here you have it. Front page. Contents are almost identical. Of course, you have this 10 years later. So an extra few pages here. Preface. I think what they're talking about is these extra illustrations is, for example, this, where they say there's an extra 300. This could be one of the 300 right here, this little piece of armor or vest. From belief that to belief in, they just add something extra here, and they added this here. So those are two of the 300 illustrations they're probably talking about. And look at that, the image is even a little bit different. Okay, Don't Be a Know-It-All, Chapter 1. There we go, another 2 extra illustrations here. So that's what they're talking about. This, who cares? I don't really care about that. That's not really necessary, but something like this is definitely much more helpful. So base that 300 number kind of loosely. Again, I don't know if this is the actual count, if they're just counting this as separate, but I have a feeling it is. So philosophical naturalism, the same thing, just maybe laid out a little bit better. Pretty well the same. Yeah, it seems like you're just paying for the extra illustrations and some extra pages of dialogue from J. Warner Wallace. I must say, I really do look forward to his work. He was a homicide detective, and I always think that's a really unique perspective to defend the faith of Christianity. It's really cool, the fact that he was once an atheist, and he actually used his actual skills in homicide detective work to his advantage to actually find out if the credibility of Christianity is true and, Jesus' death and resurrection. I think that's really cool, and it'd be awesome to see more apologists with that skill set. They don't always come, so I think J. Warner Wallace is a very unique skill set and perspective that many other apologists don't. So it is a treasure to read his work. Okay, and here's an example of where in the old one, much larger, but in this one they made it smaller, and I don't know what to explain from that, why it's a difference in size, other than if they're going to add way more content to the updated version, they probably had to make a little bit of sacrifices making these graphic illustrations a little bit smaller so they can fit more text in. That's the only thing I can think of. Don't know why, and yeah, just a little bit of extra detail that kind of adds to the reading experience. Not necessary, but it helps. Clearly, you don't see it on these ones here, but you do here. So yeah, that's kind of an idea of what to expect. Sorry, it's hard to handle both of these at the same time, but let's kind of go to the end here. Were they biased? 292. Okay, so we're at the end here. The appendix, similar like before, just an image swap here. Let's go to the next page here of the appendix. Not much difference other than maybe they added an extra source here from Craig S. Keener. The original is J.P. Moreland and William Lane Craig. They just added an extra. As you can see, not much difference. I kind of actually like the older version that they actually bolt the names versus they did the names in italics, but I kind of like that they bolted it in the original version. But again, that's just minor stuff. We get to the case files. Again, same stuff. Assisting officers. This is the old version right here that I'm flipping through, and probably expect a lot of the same of the new version. Case files. The new version has this QR code. That's something new, but it's interesting. The case notes here in the old version have, yeah, wow. So they completely replaced the case notes with this QR code. So if you're an old school person that doesn't want to get involved in the QR codes, I've never been a fan of QR codes, and you would think for me, I would embrace it. There's certain pieces of technology I embrace, but this is not one of them. I don't care for QR codes. I just love it written out like the old version here. But for the younger generations, and that's clearly the future, it makes sense that they put the QR code in here. Yeah, there you have it. So all those pages got replaced by one QR code. That's it. It's just the old version. It goes straight to the end here, while this newer version kind of endorses some of J. Warner Wallace's work, Forensic Faith, God's Crime Scene, and that's it. Just so you guys know, to give an idea of the thickness, here we have them side by side here. You can gives you an idea of how much more thicker this new version is. Yeah, it's you can see even by pages. I counted the pages. It's about close to an extra 50 pages. So I think how I sort of summarize this is this newer version worth it? I would say no, you don't actually need this at all. If you have this, you're doing just fine. But the crazy thing is, I was looking at the prices of both of them. To buy both of these new, they're almost the same price. So if you don't have either of these, it's a no-brainer to get this new version if it's going to be basically the same price. I looked at it at Amazon, so I don't know about other stores, but on Amazon, a comparison, they're almost the same price. So if you don't have one, obviously get this one. But if you already have this one, you're not really missing out on anything extra other than some extra illustrations and some extra dialogue from Warner Wallace and Lee Strobel. That's about it. So that's sort of my take on it. But either way, it's just awesome that these books even exist to begin with, because I would really encourage any skeptics to really take a look at these books, because they are actually from a very unique perspective that is not common amongst the Christian faith. So check them out if you can.